The following review has been approved by Ethel the Cyborg Ninja. Welcome to Classic Game Room. Back in the day in the 80s, we just called this game Ninja Gaiden and played it at Farmore outside of Pittsburgh. P-H-A-R-X-M-O-R. Farmore Ninja Gaiden for your quarter. Nowadays, everyone says it's Ninja Gaiden. Whatever. It's fun, and here's the arcade game.
Drugs don't use winners.
When I think of ninja video games, the first two that come to mind are The Revenge of Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden, or as everyone tells me it's supposed to be pronounced, Ninja Gaiden. When I was a kid, it was just Ninja Gaiden. Whatever. This is one of my favorite mid to late 80s arcade games. And I love the opening. In fact, I love the entire style of the game and how it's so inspired by cinema. This is one of the greatest video game opening sequences ever. And this was originally released to the arcades in 1988, the same year as the NES version, but the gameplay bears little in common with that game, and in fact, it's like a completely different game. Now, fortunately, they're both good, but this one is more of a Double Dragon-style beat-em-up, with one of the greatest ninja moves ever, the neck grab. Instead of the traditional beat-em-up jump kick, Ninja Gaiden, old habit.
That's great.
Gives you the neck grab, where you leap over enemies, grab them by the neck, and then throw them across the screen. It's a really powerful move, but what makes it even better is that when you throw enemies into things and destroy objects like signs and trash cans, they'll frequently explode and drop items. If only it were that simple in real life. Now, like any of these beat-em-up arcade games, the trick is to not get surrounded by enemies. Which is tough. In fact, it's pretty much impossible, so you gotta jump around a lot and just try to keep your distance. Like Double Dragon and Streets of Rage, you can play Ninja Gaiden 2-player with a friend cooperatively. That's a lot of fun, but the game doesn't really get any easier. It's extremely difficult. And I have this set to the easiest possible settings, and it's still really difficult. I don't have a Ninja Gaiden arcade cabinet. In fact, I don't even really remember what it looked like. But I found the JAMA board a couple years ago, which really wasn't all that expensive. And had to buy a piece of my youth, because I just remember how cool this game was when it was new. It still looks great today, but at the time the graphics were just amazing. And listen to the music, I think it sounds a lot like the music in Musha for the Genesis. I love the backgrounds, they're really cool in this game. And one of the things I liked a lot back in the day was that you could jump up and grab these signs and then climb on top of things, which was pretty uncommon for arcade games in the 80s. Or at least it was up until Ninja Gaiden. Grabbing the signs isn't actually a terribly useful tactic, but it does look cool. It's better to approach the enemies from below at an angle like you would in Double Dragon. Definitely pick up the swords if you get a chance. I don't know why he wouldn't carry swords with him at all times. He is a ninja after all. The best strategy that you should know going into Ninja Gaiden is to have a pocket full of quarters, because it's going to take all of them. This game is tough. It's an arcade game. It was meant to take your quarters. But you may want to let your time run out to witness the greatest game over screen ever.
Oh. No! No! Don't cut my ninja in half!
If only I had another quarter. But I don't. Don't need one, it's free play, but I'm gonna watch him die anyway.
best game over ever.
There's been many other Ninja Gaiden games, most of which don't resemble this, but this one is probably my favorite. This one and the original NES release. I like them both. And if you ever happen to see a Ninja Gaiden arcade machine out there, if you like games like Double Dragon and Golden Axe, you gotta play it. It's a lot of fun, just make sure you've got quarters handy. The default settings are a hell of a lot harder than I have them set here.
The trick is to come at them from like an angle. Get in there and just start wailing on them with my ninja skills. It's a good game. Take a hit, dude. I love the part where he's just hanging out reading a newspaper. Ninja reading a newspaper. What can't ninjas do?
Ninjas can do anything, which is why I devoted an entire week to ninjas here on Classic Game Room, and there's so many other ninja games I could have played, didn't have time to play them all. But Ninja Gaiden is, as far as I'm concerned, the king of ninja arcade games. It's tons of fun, and since I don't have anyone specifically to thank for sending it, I'm going to just thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review, it was fun to make. You gotta love some Ninja Gaiden, or Ninja Gaiden, at Farmore right next to the VHS rental department.
The best part of Ninja Gaiden is smashing people through the beer signs. Honestly, I loved that as a kid, and that may explain why I turned out the way I did. So thank you, Ninja Gaiden. Thanks for making me the messed up guy that I am.